What is going on, guys and girls? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about why you keep blowing up your prop firm accounts and it is not your strategy. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. Now, I want to cover off on a few things today. Your strategy, most of the time, is not the problem. You already know what a good setup looks like. I'm going to say that again. You probably already know what a good setup looks like. The problem is what happens when your brain and the button, there's a gap. Between your brain and the button, there's a small gap. And that button is when real money and real emotions come into the equation. And when that happens, stuff starts to go wrong. It's not your strategy. It's about the gap that occurs between you knowing what that strategy is and you executing it. The real reason why your account blows up. Your account blows up because you don't have a mechanical trading process. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. Your decisions are being made in the moment. You are discretionary trading under pressure, which is always emotional, and it is always going to end up in only one way, and that is losing money. Your position sizing is based on your feelings, not a proven framework, not a mechanical framework. You basically size up using greed, you size down when you're fearful, and both of these are the wrong way to go about it. They're not educational, they're not mechanical-based decisions, they're emotional decisions. And in trading, when you make emotional decisions, you lose money very quickly. You don't have a defined invalidation. You're holding on to losers, hoping that they recover. Hope is not a risk management strategy. Discipline is a risk management strategy. Having a plan and following the plan and executing the plan like a Navy SEAL, that's a risk management strategy. Hope isn't one. Your P&L, this is hard actually for a lot of traders to understand. Your P&L is not your identity. When your self-worth is tied to your account balance, to every winning or losing trade, then a losing trade becomes a personal failure. It's like a little knife. Every time you take a losing trade, it's like a little knife getting stabbed into you a little bit more. They're seen as a personal failure. It is seen as a personal attack on you. Personal failures tend to trigger an emotional response, not a mechanical one. If you feel like the market is against you, if you feel like every time you take a losing trade, it is the market punishing you, then you will make emotional decisions. You will respond emotionally. That's not mechanical. That's emotions. You have to separate who you are from what your account does. You are not the performance of your trading account. You are not elated when your trading account makes money and depressed when it doesn't. You are not your trading account. You have to separate your emotions from your trading P&L. Revenge trading and why it is an account killer. You take a loss. Everybody takes losses, myself included. You immediately want to make that back. This is probably one of the most dangerous moments that you can encounter in your trading, is just after you've taken a loss, you feel the need, you feel the anger, the emotions start to come to the surface, and you think to yourself, I need to make it back. This is one of the most dangerous times in trading because at that time, you need to walk away. So what do? You normally size up, you enter a marginal setup, and you lose again. You double your risk, let's say. One bad trade becomes a bad day, then becomes a blown account. And that can happen so fast. If you're trading on the lower time frames, anything sub 1 hour, you can blow your account in 10 5-minute candles. You could blow your account in 5 1-minute candles. That can happen very quickly. And that is not what we want to happen to you. So the rule, or a good rule, doesn't have to be your rule, but it's a good rule. After a loss, if anything, if you're worried about becoming emotional, you should be sizing down. You should not be sizing up. After you take a loss, you should not be sizing up, especially not if you're emotional. Discipline is what separates professional traders from gamblers. Professional traders will not do this. Gamblers, you hear people talking about it in the casino. I'll just double my bet on the next hand. I'll double my bet on the next hand. Well, what happens if the house wins 10 hands in a row? You're never going to get there. You're going to run out of money before then, but you get the point. Doubling your risk and increasing your risk after a loss, whether it be in the trading, the financial markets, or in the casino, that doesn't work. That's not a proven strategy because eventually you'll take a string of losses in a row. And this is why, for me at least, my risk is always fixed. So the most amount of losses I've taken in a row has been 11. And at the time, I was trading foreign exchange and I was risking 1% of my account. And I took 11 losses back to back. So I was down 11%, risking 1% per trade, right? I've lost 11%. That made me emotional at the time. I remember this was like 2019, 2020. That made me emotional. At the time, I was thinking, right, I need to change something. I need to do a full strategy rundown. What's not working? Why is this not coming together for me? It was just a bad month. I think it was over a period of maybe 5 or 6 weeks this occurred. Just a bad time in the markets. Just not optimal trading conditions. The entries were valid. My strategy was there, but it just wasn't right. So I took 11 losses in a row. If you're risking 5% of your account per trade and you take 11 losses in a row, you are going to be hyper emotional. If you're taking 3 trades and every trade you're risking 10% of your account, you've got 30% of your account on the line at any one time. You're going to become hyper emotional. Keep your risk fixed, keep it mechanical, and do not increase it when you take losing trades. Blowing up your account via strategy hopping. This is probably one of the most common conversations I'm having at the moment with traders who are trying to trade their way out of the 9 to 5, is that they strategy hop. This guy, new Discord, new strategy, new indicator. Every week you're changing the goalposts, you're revamping your whole trader personality. It's all bullshit. You lose 3 trades, the strategy must be broken. Oh, let me just revamp the whole thing. Well, hang on a minute. You try and find a new one and then the cycle just repeats itself. No strategy works without consistent mechanical execution. I gave you the example before, 11 losses in a row. I didn't change my strategy. I did a pretty in-depth journal analysis and went over all of those 11 trades with a fine-tooth comb. Couple of small tweaks to be made in terms of the managements, I remember, but the strategy itself was relatively unchanged. And after that, I didn't change it either. And eventually, it turned a profit and started becoming profitable again. I just took 11 losses in a row. No strategy will work without consistent mechanical execution. You have to allow your edge time to play out. That is not 2 trades. That's not 20 trades. That's probably 6 to 12 months worth of data, forward and live testing, including the back testing, right? Every strategy has a drawdown period. Your discipline is what will enable you to survive them. If you would like to win that race, you need to employ some discipline because you need to continue to run it even when you take some losses. Jumping ship during a drawdown period locks in those losses because you don't give your strategy the chance to make it back. It's very important. Your process is what will protect your capital, not predictions. Your process is going to help you keep your money. You cannot predict what the financial market will do. As much as all of these gurus on social media will tell you they have the answer, they've got the secret sauce. The financial market moves the way that it wants to move. We can build biases and look for pattern recognition and start to build a thesis for what we think may occur. But we are not in the business of predicting what will happen. We're in the business of making educated guesses based on the information we have available to us about what we think the market will do. We cannot control the market. But what you can control is how you respond to the moves that the financial market gives you, the opportunities that the financial market presents for you. Rules, framework, mechanical execution, that is your edge. If you can consistently repeat that time and time and time again and start to operate like a Navy SEAL, follow your plan, then you will start to develop an edge. And that edge over a long period of time has the ability to make you a lot of money. Maybe you want to quit your job. Maybe you want to earn an extra $2,000 a month. Maybe you want to earn an extra $20,000 a month. Maybe you want to retire your parents. Trading the financial markets is very, very, very lucrative and very easy to do all of those things. But it requires rules, it requires a framework, and it requires mechanical execution, day in, day out. Your daily loss limit. Use it. Set a maximum loss for the day that you open any chart. There's a reason that prop firms do this. Everybody likes to bitch about prop firms and how they make it really difficult for you to trade. They have a daily loss limit in there for a reason. They don't have it in there because it's not serving a purpose. It's because people tend to overtrade and over risk each day. So the daily loss limit, we can learn a few things from some of these prop firms. You should probably have one. If you're an overtrader, you should definitely have one. If you're a little bit early in your journey and you're up and coming, you should have one. Your daily loss limit. Once you hit it, you close your laptop, you walk away. There's no exceptions. It's not, I'm just going to go have a drink and come back in 10 minutes and double my risk. No, done. 1 trade a day, done for the day. 2 trades a day, done for the day. Whatever it is for you. Most people who blow their accounts, that will happen in a single trading session. It will happen very fast. If we pulled all of the data from all the prop firms, people will be blowing those accounts really quickly. It's not going to be 3-4 weeks of consecutive losing trades. It's going to be 1 session. Maybe New York, Asia, too many trades, too much risk. It doesn't tend to occur over weeks. If you have a bad afternoon and your discipline doesn't step in and you haven't got any limits in place, you're gone. A daily loss limit, some people will see that as a weakness. Oh, but you could have stayed for another. No. It's professional risk management. And that's that behavior that separates these people long term from the gamblers, from the social media influencers who will sell you the dream of over trading, increasing your risks, not having defined, limits for where you're wrong and where you're going to stop. That is professional risk management behavior. If X occurs, I'm going to do Y. After I've taken X many losses in a single trading session or a day, I'm going to have the rest of the day off. If then. That is your entire trading plan. Every single serious trader has these criteria in their trading plan. Now, if you've listened to everything in this video so far, you should too, or you should be on your way to having it too. Probably one of the most important things when you're trading the financial markets. If you don't review, you don't improve. What do I mean by that? Well, I often say that if you treat your trading like a side business, that's all it will ever become. If you start to treat your trading like a full-time business, then it might just become one. And what does that mean exactly? Every business, whether it's medical sciences, tech, etc., they have a review at the end of the month. They're going to look at things like how much did we spend on marketing? What's our client acquisition system like? How much did we spend on inventory? What's the wage bill, etc., How many products did we develop, make, ship this month? What's the bottom line? How did we go? We're a little light this month. Why? We had a problem here. Okay, that traces back to here. That led to a 3% drop in revenue. We're down 100 grand. Okay. So that's the review that you do of your traditional business once a month. Or if you've got a good business, you'll be doing that. If you've got a traditional business and you're not doing that, then there's some free value for you here. Why don't you do that with your trading? Why doesn't your trading get the same audit that your business does? Why doesn't your trading have a marketing audit, a operations audit, a systems audit, a production audit, like your business would? Well, we have to do the same for our trading. And you do this by journaling your trades. Every single trade that you take needs to be logged. Your entry price, your exit price, your reasoning behind why you took the trade in the first place, your emotional state while you took the trade, especially if you're new and up and coming. You will start to notice things. There's going to be patterns. There will be patterns in your losses and there'll be patterns in your winning trades. This is how you start to refine. This is your audit. This is your monthly review or weekly review even. And this is how you start to develop an edge by tweaking and refining and tweaking and refining. And slowly, over weeks and months and maybe even years, sharpening your sword little by little by little and optimizing your business, except it's your trading business. If you treat your trading like a full-time business, then it will eventually become one. Most traders repeat the same mistakes for years and years and years. Everything I've talked about in this video so far, they're the same mistakes that everybody makes, and they don't fix them. They don't analyze them. They don't have enough of a level of self-awareness to audit their own performance and say, what am I doing wrong? So they don't improve. They then look back and find hidden in your trading plan and hidden in your trading journal are the solutions to your problems, because all of your losing trades are there. So all you need to do is go back and look at where you went wrong, which is the most common pattern. How am I going to fix that? A trading journal, mark my words, is the most underused tool in retail trading. And if you don't have one, you are not going to make it. You need one. You need to audit your performance and you need to treat your trading like a full-time business, and it will eventually become one. How do you reset after blowing an account? You see a lot of prop firms making a lot of money. They do not make money from profitable traders. They make money from traders blowing accounts. So after you've blown an account, it happens to everybody. It will probably happen to you if you're watching this video at least once. If it happens to you 24 times, you haven't learned anything. After you blow an account, step back. Take half a day. Take a day off. Demo trade or reduce your size. Just reset. Rebuild some of your confidence. After you've blown an account, you start thinking things like, can I even do this anymore? This isn't right for me. This is too difficult for me. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. Be kind to yourself. Rebuild some confidence. This matters more in your rebuilding phase than you think it does. Start slow. Reduce risk. Rebuild your confidence. Stack some wins. Get some W's on the board. Then you can go again. Identify the behavior that caused that account to blow up, because it isn't the market. I can almost guarantee it's not the market, and it's probably not the setup, and it's probably not the strategy. It's probably your behavior. There is an error made, and I made it. Be accountable. I made the error. What was it? Was it in my execution? Was it in my entry? Was it in my trade management? Was it in my stop loss? Did I move my stop loss? There are errors in your trading journal which will tell you where the problem is. What is the problem? Is it a repeating problem? What is the problem that caused me to blow that account? Go and look for it. Write a rule that prevents it. And after you've written that rule, Execute it like your life depends on it. You don't need 10 takeaways from why you blew your account. There's probably going to be one, and it's probably going to be very obvious. And if you look hard enough, you will find it. When you find it, write a rule that stops you from repeating that pattern again. That rule is now the most important part of your trading plan because that rule caused you to blow an account. So if fixing that problem by implementing that rule causes you to either pass or not blow another account, problem solved. That is moving very quickly up the priority list of your trading plan, is to find that problem, see where you went wrong, implement a rule to not have that happen again, and then focus on not repeating that mistake. This is how you improve. So if you want a framework that prevents this from happening to you, Quantum Traders, my mechanical trading community, we have mechanical processes built to remove your emotional decision making. There's your trading plan, and then there's you. You're the emotional decision maker. We have to move you out of the way, and that enables your mechanical process to flourish. Risk management frameworks for every market condition: hybrid, day, swing, long-term, short-term, pullback plays, with trend plays, weekly analysis, cryptos, equities, metals, everything. If it's a chart and it moves, we're looking at it. Last month, we were trading cattle. Last year, we were looking at cotton. If it moves, we'll trade it. We have 5 live trading sessions every week. 2 webinars, 3 lives. 2 webinars, 3 lives. 5 live trading sessions every single week. We also do one-on-one coaching, a bit more of a premium VIP area inside Quantum Traders, but it's all available. Open book, we've got community access, we've got one-to-one coaching. As always, I'll put some links in the description below. If you're currently trading the financial markets and you're listening to these videos and you're watching these videos and you're thinking, I don't really have any of these things. I don't have the right rules. I don't have the right systems. I don't have the right frameworks in my trading, and I'm repeating the same mistakes. I'm blowing accounts. I've been doing it for a few years. I'm not making any money, or I'm doing it for 6 months and I feel like I don't have the right guidance around me. The best thing you can do for yourself is to get some good rules, get some good education, and get exposure to the right circles nice and early so that you don't start to learn too many bad habits. So if that's you and you're watching this video, as always, I'll put some links in the description. You can click on them. You can find out a little bit more about Quantum Traders, and hopefully we'll see some of you guys inside the community. And with that being said, I'm going to leave you with this. The market didn't blow your account. Your decisions did, and decisions can be fixed. Keep it mechanical, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.